Y'all suckers actually thought I was quitting YouTube. Y'all really believed me when I said I was quitting YouTube. Yes, I was scrolling through all the comments yesterday, looking at all y'all pitiful comments. Some of y'all didn't get caught though. Congratulations to y'all. But the suckers who said I thought I was freaking quitting YouTube, I gotta do better than that, bro. Like, but at least y'all looking out for me. So I mean, I know I got the support, but you know, y'all not gonna be always on every video. At this point, I see how this goes now. Some videos y'all see, some videos y'all don't. And some videos y'all just don't want to see because y'all don't care sometimes. I understand. When it comes down to the real deal, y'all suckers will show up. I see how it is. What the frick is this game? Why is it in the heck? This game is not even in English. I bought this game for $2.99. Oh heck, you know, bro. No. How do I change this to English? Bro, give me like a few seconds, bro. I gotta figure out how to change this to English, bro. Sup YouTube, Splizee Gaming here, and welcome to a game called Locked Up. I'm not exactly sure what this game is about, but whatever, I don't know, bro. Let's just get into it. Early autumn, what does it bring? For some, it's a time of harvesting potatoes and the garden stirring with yellow leaves. Auto. For others, it's never-ending rainstorms, melancholy and boredom. For me, though, it's mushrooms hunting. It's been mushroom hunting each fall for us, as long as I can remember. It's a sort of a family tradition, I guess. I got the taste of it thanks to my my grandparents. We used to fur race together when they were alive. Oh, so your parents are dead. This time, I take Ada, my dog, to keep me company. Wahoo! She accompanies the back seat and sometimes push her head out the window, helping me watch the road. It's not the first time we had trouble like this, so she's calm and obedient. What a good girl she is. I never get a dog. We still have a long ways to go. I plan to visit the part of the forest that my grandparents loved. I was joking about the dog part. She normally called this place the Mushroom Paradise. That's where we used to forage together. It's been so many years since then. I'm on my way now. To brighten up the trip, I had asked a couple of friends to come along. One, however, backed out just the night before. Why? And then, when I think about it, my phone rings. I picked it up, continue to drive. Bro, what kind of phone is that? What year are we in? Like 1960, 1970? It's a page phone. Hey, I'm really sorry, but we won't join you today. What? Are you kidding me? You guys are always ready for hanging out outdoors, but when it comes to mushroom hunting, huh? But we're swamped. We really are. Hey, don't gloom over it. You can buy the mushrooms in the store, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, say no more, traders. Please, don't take it so hard. It's just that, we really can't go. Okay, no hard feelings. Well, I'm driving, so bye. See you later. And they all dipped on her. Distracted by the conversation, I didn't notice another car taking over me. I turned the steering wheel as sharp as I can. The road has whizzled past as a, breakneck speed. Let me do that over. The road whizzles past at breakneck speed, leaving behind an echo of shrieking tires. Oh! I dodged successfully, but suddenly ran into a bump, and the car jots. Something inside his body shakes violently. The dog whines in fear. What the heck did he swerve to my lane? This son of a... Oh, easy, Eddie. It's okay. At least I hope my car is not damaged because of that a-hole. I exhaled loudly and squeezed the steering wheel, leveling the car. The jolted sobered my thoughts and forced me to keep my gaze fixed on the road so that no one else would try to run us over. The road becomes even bumpier than before with large holes and cracks in the asphalt. And now I cautiously avoid them all. How did the brain-dead racer speed up on such a road? Oh gosh, it sucks. Why do I have to do this on my own again? Why couldn't we just get together and enjoy each other's company, like pick a ton of mushrooms and then have another day off dealing with all that crap and having fun, like we did last year? You can buy them in a store. What on earth will she find there? Pigeons? Pickled honey mushrooms. Or maybe she'll get something on a street market from a nice old lady and get sick, right, Eddie? The dog looks silently in the rear of it. Bro, the dog knows what's about to happen right now. View mirror. The dog is just silent. That's not even the point. Oh gosh, I just wanted to hang out with them for once. Better turn on the radio. Maybe there's something nice on there. There's no chatterbox in this ancient Soviet car that I got from my grandma. Instead, I use a portable radio. Old-fashioned, I guess so, but it tunes me. Bro, turn this down. Oh my, turn this stupid old radio. So we continued our way listening to Balin, 𝐂𝐻𝐈, and other popular singers. It seems like luck on our side again, smoothing us with upbeat pop music. I don't listen to that, I'm sorry. Okay, the music stopped. Why? The music freaking stopped. As much as I want to enjoy the music a bit longer, I have to turn off the radio. Here we are. Get up, 80. Is it Ada? Yeah, Ada. The dog joyfully sticks her tongue out. Her black ears perked up. She jumped out of the car as soon as I opened the door. I set out to search for mushrooms with a bucket and a knife, and the dog cheerfully rushes forward. Bro, did she forget about her car getting hit? Is she just gonna forget about that? Alright, I see how it is. It's a beautiful place. The woods always have their particular charm, especially when people didn't get to litter it with empty bottles and other trash. Surprisingly, this area is almost clean. Though, still, someone has already thrown a tire on a branch and seemingly marking the forest as their property. All of a sudden, the memories came back to me rushing. I remember this place. I haven't been here since my grandma passed away. When I realized how unbearable quiet my apartment was, I adopted Ada. This adorable furry creature gave me the strength to move on with my life. Dogs indeed, require a lot of care, but that's just what I needed back then. The responsibility for this pure and vulnerable creature didn't let me inner demons take over me. Now it is impossible to imagine my life without her, without that sweet, gentle sunbeam who filled the hole in my heart. I could have left her at home, but I would feel bad for locking the girl in the apartment. I delighted to see her frolicking in the forest or the fresh air and throwing branches and leaves around in a joyful dance. After all, she patiently waits for me from work 5 days a week. And on top of that, it's dangerous to walk in the woods alone. That's why I feel safer with Ada. We go deeper into the forest. The dull sky watches us passionately above the tree crowns. A sweet smell of autumn and pine bark fills the air. The dog wiggles around me, cracking scents. Occasionally, when she sees a squirrel, she presses her palm against a tree and starts barking softly at it. Ada has as much fun as I has. However, so far we have met only a couple of volatiles and one unwelcoming fly, 𝐅𝐻𝐈. How strange is that? I thought there would be so much more restrooms out here. Well, apparently I'm not the only one who knows this place. Now, I noticed some freshly cut mushroom steams here and there, but what a couple of heartbreaking sight. Maybe we'll find something if we go deeper. Ada, come. Woo! How uncomfortable, or how unfortunate. It was my grandma's favorite place to pick mushrooms. I remember how we used to walk here, filling our buckets to the top. Am I too late? I stopped to cut off a couple of butter mushrooms and let them suddenly join a handful of their cousins. Even reunited, the branch does not come over the bottom of the bucket. Ada gazed into the distance, wagging her fluffy tail. She sees someone. I turn my head and look into the same direction. Well, someone has certainly had been here before. It's weird, though, that I haven't noticed any cars, but they might be parked somewhere further away. Looks like there's nothing for us to do here. Everything comes to an end sooner or later. I recall walking here as a child with my only family. A deep sigh breaks from my chest. I call Ada and rub behind her ears to brush aside the bitter memories. It's okay. I'm not giving up that easily. As long as we're here together, we'll keep looking until the end. Until the bucket is full. No, until both buckets are full. Recapping. Now, who was standing behind her? I don't know. No car? You notice something. I'm already getting goosebumps. The dog looked at me adoringly, listened to my promises with her tongue out. Well, no matter what I tell her, it's just a dog. She follows me anywhere and won't mind that and looks unlike some people. Ada patiently waits for me to stop petting her. Cheered up, we go back to the car. I put the bucket by the side of the seat and reach for the bag to take out our supplies. The ride took an hour and a half, and I lost track of time entirely during the meditative stroll. I was so busy to notice my growing hunger. First, I filled Ada's double bowl with water and dog food. Then I placed a road map on the road or on the hood of my car and started planning a new route with a sandwich in my mouth. What kind of sandwich? It turns out that we don't have much options left, but I still hope to spot out at least one unremarkable trailway. It's pointless to try luck out at finding anything near villages. The locals should have emptied all the forests within reach and sold their harvests on the street market. Yeah, on the street market, that's where that hoodwink people like 𝐂𝐎𝐌 to buy their inedible mushrooms. I am still not going to give up and entertain the idea that this whole trip is pointless. Yet, at this moment, I'm on the verge of showing the white flag. I didn't mean to say, okay. If I swallowed my pride, I could catch things up with 𝐂𝐿 and we would make some fries, potato fries, with the simple harvest that I managed to find. Although I really like spending time outdoors with 𝐂𝐿, I don't want to come back empty-handed. I can't think of anything. For now, we can just drive forward and we'll see what to do. Suddenly, I feel something touching my leg. Oh, it's 𝐂𝐿, bumping me with her nose. She had finished her meal, and now is waiting for us to hit the road again. She wagged her tail and looked at me animally. I pet her. The plan is simple. If we see no cars nearby, we stop and take a break. Or take a look, right? Question mark. Exclamation point. Right, 𝐂𝐿 down. I let my dog into the car where she settles on the passenger seat and lays down obediently. Back on the road we go. We about to freaking dip. I started the engine and we drove forward on the main road. I turned on the radio and simultaneously checked the gasage. That'll do for a while. I don't think we'll drive too long. Bro, turn this. That'll do for a while. I don't think we'll drive too much long anyway. You know what? A lot of you probably thinks that since I went mushrooming, I'll bring her something. Haha, no way. I think I tell her she would have come with me. Okay, I'm joking. Everyone loves to have fun, but they're always busy when it comes to something real. Out of the corner of my eye, I look at 𝐂𝐿 through the mirror. The dog lays peacefully, raising her head every time the gearbox clicks or I address her. I am so used to having heart-to-heart conversations with her that it feels as if she understands everything I say. 𝐂𝐿 is my only family, and she is a great listener. At least she won't, talk down to me or turn down an adventure. We'll be back late tonight, but that's okay, right? I just want to go mushrooming hunting, even in that half-empty forest. I found enough, even for a small frying pan. But it's no longer a matter of profit, it's a matter of honor. Lecture interest, so to speak. I'll come back and prove all of these. Bro, what is these words? I never heard of any of these words before. Now, much to my surprise, I don't see any cars at all. The forest gets thicker. As far as I remember, one curve led to a village and the other to a small town. Driving past one of the curves, I noticed a couple of funeral wreaths lying on the ground. Unfortunately, the sharp turn sign didn't save some reckless drivers from hitting a tree. The suburbs winning track is like an amusement ride for some people. It fuels them with excitement, and they rush to their deaths. Then I see a strange road. At first sight, this concrete road is inconspicuous. But suddenly, the radio fades away into the mist. My blood runs cold. Oh my gosh! Okay. 𝐂𝐿 barks at his. Okay, shut up. Dang it. I turned the volume down and tried to find a decent wavelength. 𝐂𝐿, quiet. It's just a bad signal. They are too tall, and there's the mountains all around. It should be the reason. I finally managed to park around, collecting myself and confronting 𝐂𝐿. Bro, go get back in your car, bro. 𝐂𝐿 is getting impatient. She wags at the door until I let her out. Straight away, she stares exploringly and marking the area. I peer into the woodland. The decent forest is sudden and lifeless, with the crowds shuddering from the sunlight. The assorted trees are bathed in shadow, dancing grotesquely in a thundering silence. It smells like a rainstorm just ended a minute ago. Apparently, no one has been here for days or even years. There are no cars, there are no tires, no signs of a campfire, and no trash at all. Looks like no one takes any notice of this part of the forest. We went too deep though, 𝐂𝐿. The nearest town or village, basically anything yet, is quite far away. I realized that the road isn't marked on my road map. It's strange. There's a road, but not on the map. Okay, it must have been some kind of temporary trail and no one needed it anymore. I look at this abandoned concrete road again. It goes far and still gradually turns left. I can see only a small part of it. The rest is lost in a raft of foliage. And further down the descent, no large gap, meadows, or buildings are visible between the top of the pines. I grab my bucket and knife again and go into the mysterious forest. I nearly jumped out of my skin when I heard a branch crack and the grass squishing. These sounds seems deafening loud in the silent place of this place. Why am I reading like this? Why? At this very moment, a bitter thought goes through my head. I'm all alone here. I take a deep breath and try to cheer myself up. No, I'm not alone. I'm with my dog. Why would I care anyway? I bet there are no other predators in this vicinity, or are they? Anyway, I won't go too far. Hey, Ada. Everything will be alright because you are with me. This music is really loud. This music is too loud. How can I stop this? The dog turns to me, wagging her tail with joy. As long as that Aiden acts calm and casual, I feel courageous. I move forward, and a sign of relief escapes my mouth. I haven't seen a forest like this for quite a long time. Undergrowth and wild, poisonous berries clustered in the coldness and the airlessness under a dense shelter of leafy branches. Some trees have their trunks curving and crooked. I had only walked... Bro, I don't talk like this on a normal basis, bro. Why? I had only walked a short distance, but Ada is already sniffing a stump overgrown with honey 𝐂𝐻𝐿, whatever that word means. I took a closer look at the branches and the curved tree roots and noticed penny puns and... What are these freaking sentences? What are these sentences, man? Who says this on a normal basis, bro? Tell me. Notice penny bunches and what? Looking at the scenery, I remember a documentary about abnormalist zones, which I had watched a few days ago. I shouldn't have watched such crap before the trip. Now I wonder what creepy stuff I'm going to imagine here. Before I knew it, my bucket is half full. I still want to explore this strange place though. It's so quiet that even my footsteps and the rustling of leaves are lost between the branches. No beasts and no birds are seen or heard. The magical feeling of discovery grips me, and the mushrooms I see here and there only fuel my excitement. What? That doesn't make no sense. Suddenly, Ada freezes. Her ears perk up. She's listening. Before I can do anything, she rushes into the dense bushes. Ada, come back! What's wrong with her? She's chasing a squirrel again. I quicken my pace to catch up with the dog. After a while, Ada returns holding a dark object in her teeth. It's a rotten, hard, wet, and it doesn't look like an animal at all. Hey, don't you ever run away. Do you hear me? No running away. Yeah, don't run away, freaking dog. What is it? I take the mysterious object from my dog. It smells like old rotted and dirt, rubber and dirt. It resembles a 𝐂𝐻𝐿, quite a typical one, which is ruined over shoes so that they won't get wet. Though Ada brought only a part of it. What on earth does that mean? Did someone leave this here? But it should have been really long ago. I threw it into the bushes and wiped my hand on my pants. The dog is already going to rush after the rubber as if it's a toy. But I shout sternly, Ada, off! Come here! The dog stops, looking at me with resentfulness. Then she returns to me obediently. I pat her head. Don't pick up any crap, alright, here? Alright? It looks like we can go further, right, darling? If anything's here, it's been a long time, and as though there isn't really much stuff here. I'm gonna make this place my mushroom paradise. How about that, huh? Yeah! Maybe we'll find something more interesting out here. Let's see. Put a bolus of the bucket and let Ada sniff it. It must be strange to make her look for mushrooms like a truffle pig, but I decided to give it a try. Ada thinks I'm offering a treat, so I take my hand away just in time. No, sniff, seek. Ada, seek. The dog stares at the mushroom and then turns her gaze at me and whimpers miserably. Here, Ada. Seek. Help me. Ada starts sniffing the mushroom again. Then she dips off her nose into the droopy grass and fallen pine needles. She wanders around for a while, sniffing the ground, then finds the trail and leads me, her tail wagging. That's my girl. Well done, Ada. We began to descend a gentle slope. avoiding the steep part of the hill. Along the way, I find a couple of more, whatever that word means, but the dog rushes along forward as if she's following a very distinctive scent trail. Soon, she leads me to a knoll at the foot of branchy spruce standing between the ferns. The knoll is studded with white mushrooms, the combination of which forms a semi-circular silhouette from a fairy tale. But as I reach to cut them off, I suddenly run my fingers over some kind of branch thread. It looks like in 2 seconds, I'm about to be done with this game. Stop giving me these big old words! I suppose these mushrooms are fine. I'll pick some and rinse them off at home. Holding the mushroom cap, I accidentally ripped the stalk off the soil, pulling it out with a piece of, my gosh, moss underneath. I see sometimes pale white, yellow. Must be the root. Now I cut it off with my knife, one by one. And as I reach for the furthest ones, I climb more and more up the knoll. Something crunches under my feet. Not like a branch, and it certainly isn't a rock, but the crunch sounds loud and clear. I think for a moment that I'm climbing on something alive. I jump up. On the disturbed spot light, something a forest spirit would wear in an old fairy tale. Feeling a chill creep up my back, I dig the remarkable grave with my leg. Then I started pulling out chunks of vegetation until I can finally see just what I expected. Under the grave of moss, covered with lynch and soil between, oh, it's a freaking dead body. In front of me lies someone's skeleton. Part of it, to be exact, it looks unnatural, distorted. Not a bone expert. I'm not a burn expert, but the main feature that would clarify everything is missing. The skull and limbs are either missing or torn apart by wild animals. Ada, come over here. See what I'm doing. She sniffs the bone curiously. She's calm at first, but then she recoils, growing in displeasure. There is something she doesn't like. Oh. Hush, hush. It must be just an animal. A badger or a boar. I pull the dog closer to me. If there's a boar lying here, someone must have killed it, and the killer must have been a predator like a wolf. As I step back, my foot bumps into something softer than bones. It squeaks disturbingly under my heel. A gush, also another gush seems to... Okay. I back away. I want to believe that it's just a boar or something other than animal. Yet, I can't help thinking, what if it's a human? I try to smooth myself with a expectation, but fear and panic tighten their grip on my throat with each second. It's been here for a while, and we haven't seen anyone here so far. It seems I'm in no danger, that's right. I can't be killed by a corpse, can I? Ada. And if it's a human being, could it be that they were just dumped here ages ago by some gangsters to cover up a crime? God, it better not be about... Okay. God, it's better not to think about it at all. Yeah. And well, those criminals aren't going to sit in the woods and wait for, me to come see and visit her, are they? They just got rid of the corpse in the middle of nowhere to see nowhere would find it, and that's it. Perhaps the dog has her own opinions. She keeps sniffing, and it seems that her senses know something once again. She tracks another trail. If Ada senses her any danger, she'll warn me. She's a dog after all. Ada leads me to the right of as we walk. Bro, go back to your freaking car. I managed to calm down as there have been no one and nothing scary along the way. There's no use in getting stressed over it. I notice... I'm getting tired of reading, bro. I thought this was going to be like a 20-minute gameplay, but it's like freaking almost an hour. There's no use in getting stressed over it, but barely do I come closer to them when Ada barks. Afraid that she's getting to, jump into the hole, I grab her collar firmly. What are you barking at? Ada, no, stand still. Growling, the dog peers at me first and then somewhere down. I had time to go through all the forest animals in my head while we were descending, but what was revealed to me could not be explained easily. It is hard to call it a natural thing. It looks like as if the ground had sagged here long ago, covering a strange frame inside the steep slope. And in the pit lies something that is hard to look at for too long, something disturbing. Branches and some rags are laying here, and everything is overgrown with grass and mushrooms. They're chaotically settled along the perimeter. I can see bones protruding from the grass. Open cemetery, damp, undercovered, either animals or people, but pieces of clothing, rotten shoes, and other objects foreign to the forest hidden, at whom the body parts are the— oh crap, get out of there. And even so, I don't understand what exactly makes Ada so worried and why she has brought me here to warn me. We should get out. Let's go, Ada, follow. I hurry the dog along, pulling her by the collar. Ada doesn't understand me at first, but reluctantly wanders besides me. Yes, girl, to the car. Freak this place. Greed still clouds my mind, so I can't bring myself to throw my mushrooms away. I managed to get a bucket full just before the place disturbs my mind and reveals this horrifying side. After all, we did mushrooms. What did the mushrooms have to do with all of this? I'm not going to go home empty-handed. Who knows when, but something happened here. Either some local animals or bandits had dropped the garbage, all of this kinds into a— no. Who and why is a mystery. It's a mystery, but the mushrooms had nothing to do with it. I'm afraid of getting an answer, so I chased those thoughts away. I just want to get into the car and get out of here. Come here. Come home, make some hot fries, lay on my couch, and forget about everything. I imagine the warmth and a pleasant aroma of my cozy apartment, where the only sounds are the neighbors laughing or drilling behind the car. Why did the music stop? I would turn on the TV to distract myself and watch an entertaining movie. I still have some tapes left. I could watch Flubber or Richie Rich. I put Ada into the car and put the bucket under the front seat. I've had enough. It's time to get out of here. I'm not even going to call the cops. I'm going to pretend I didn't see anything. I don't want to get into trouble. I don't want any more trouble. I started the engine, press the clutch, and the car honks out. Oh crap. I'll repeat the process. We barely even moved before the car honked out with a distinctive noise. Oh no, why now? Oh crap. I get out of the car to take a look at it. I lift the hood and smell the unpleasant oil scent, brushy reeking of gas oil. Before I put my hand on it, I could feel the engine getting too hot in such a short time. Great, I'm sure I checked everything this morning. I walked around the car and noticed a leak. Oil trail is barely visible under the glass, but it's almost imprinted on the pale concrete. Perfect. The car is a freaking wreck. I still have some motor oil left in the trunk. As far as I remember, it might be enough to get these metal ramps to the highway at least. But first I have to wait until the car cools down and then examine it more carefully. If the problem is something else, all of my efforts will turn out to be a failure. The dog whines. The dog peers at me through the glass and whimpers. She is begging to come out to be closer to me. Looks like we're going to stay here for a while. I open a car door, but Aya just keeps peering at me. I don't understand what you want from me. The car is broken. If I don't come home in time, I'll have to call my boss. Oh, I got an idea. I pull out my phone and I call my acquaintance. After the first ring, however, it beeps and the call is ended. I walk around in the car with the phone in my hand. I stretch it out, pull it closer, and lift it up. I even climb on top of the trunk and put my hands to the sky, but in vain, there's no signal at all. Oh crap. Great, this is freaking awesome. No car, no signal. I jump down with a frustration sign, trying to calm my nerves and not toss the phone onto the ground. The sky is already darkening. The sun is sinking to the horizon, and the unfriendly forest grows darker and darker. The dense clouds are putting against the earth, getting heavier, pulling up the gloomy dome. It's probably warmer in the clouds than here on the concrete road. Now, when the cool evening air embraces me, I can feel the difference. I thought about walking towards the highway, but the hiking at night is too dangerous. It's getting late. Okay, we'll fix this junkie early in the morning and hit the road. I give the dog some water and begin to set up my logging for the night. I don't like the idea of having to sleep here in front of a dense forest with someone's bones lying in it. But now, I can't do anything about it. Inside, Ada and I crawl into a blanket. Warming each other with our bodies, we soon fall asleep. I don't know when I'll start drifting off. I don't know whether the long drive is to blame or the stress or both. But I remember a long, gentle slumber with no dreams that didn't last long. Suddenly, I heard someone or something scratching at the top from inside. The frick is that? Half awake, I raise up and peer around. The dog whines. Oh, it's just you. What's wrong? The dog is still begging me to let her out. Why? Want to pee, don't you? I look out the window. There is nothing around but the thick darkness. It envelopes the vague, barely visible silhouettes of trees. The blue-black sky is all covered by clouds, a dim moon, and not a single star. And with it, the muffled silence and Ada's whimpering. Okay, I get it. Wait a second. It takes me a while to straighten up so I can get up. Taking the flashlight out of the glove compartment, I open the door from her. She jumps out and follow her. The dampness of the night welcomes me into this cool embrace. Ada and I smuggled against each other and breathed so much that the windows fogged up when the car air spewed in. I wrap my arms tightly around myself, trying to keep warm. A while later, I wait for Ada outside the car, tracing where she's wandering with a flashlight. Hey, don't go too far! The cold is getting hard. I wrap myself more tightly in my jacket. Hearing strange sounds from the side of the thickness like a crunching of branches, I direct my light into the assumed dark direction, but the light only illuminates a few crooked trunks. No one is there. The top of the black pines sway in the wind, and again there are muffled. It must be the wind. Oh, it still doesn't feel right. What if there's a boar or a huge moose, or what if it's a wolf? The longer I analyze the sound, the more I torment myself with fear. Every unexpected noise sends a sickening chill through my chest. The dog must have gone off into the bushes. She still hasn't come back. I lost sight of her. Ada, come back. Ada, come here. I call her again and again. The silence grooms me by the throat. It clamps its bony fingers ominously around my neck and seems to make it tighter with each attempt. Ada? I force myself to step forward, lighting the ground and trees and bushes. Ada? A rustling sound on the opposite side makes me shudder. I turn around, expecting to see a dangerous dark beast, but my flashlight illuminates the innocent face of my dog. Oh, there she goes. I thought she died. My knees buckled in relief, and I almost fell. The fluffy prankster... Bro, can y'all stop with these hard words, bro? I'm not trying to read a freaking novel here. I'm not trying to be an artist, okay? The fluffy prankster stands in front of me, wagging her tail happily as if nothing has happened. Oh my gosh, Ada, you scared me. What took you so long? Okay, get in the car. Come on, get in. I make Ada climb into the car and do the same after her. The dog smells of the cold and damp nocturne forest. This naughty girl has her belly and paws dirty, which I realized as soon as I hugged her. Ada made a mess on me and on the seat, but I can't help it. There is no place to wash up. I have to put up with it. No matter how dirty Ada is, I still love her as much as she loves me, so I didn't scold her. I threw the blanket over us and hugged her. I turned off the flashlight, and yet after the night walk, I don't want to sleep at all. It seems that at any moment something will peek through the window, something or somewhere whose eyes was watching my back as I stood outside. This unknown creature's sticky and haunting gaze felt as if the forest spirit was watching an uninvited guest through the window. It was devouring me with the gaze of this empty black eyes, Scott's as an undiscovered skull from the wilderness would stare. The creature is definitely made of bones, moss, and mold. Just like the skeleton that lies lonely under a layer of compose. I closed my eyes at the thought and pressed my nose into Ada's warm fur. The familiar, lively smell is slightly comforting. I've never been in a situation like this before. Alone in the woods, alone with my dog in my car. Not wanting to sleep doesn't go away. I just have to wait until dawn. I look at the clock on my cell phone. It's 3 in the morning, so it should be light soon. I just have to be patient. I can still hear crackling and strange noises coming in from the woods. Maybe it's the wind that is just swarming the branches, whistling between the trunks. I want to plug my ears. I want to fall asleep. Never had I thought. Far from civilization, the sound of nature seems so loud. I try to put myself in a positive frame of mind. I think about how Ada and I will find a way out in the morning. How soon will we climb into the bathroom and then have a nice meal? Or the other way around. Food first, then hygiene, and sleep. But there is also the other side of the coin. I have to call my boss and ask for a sick leave. Run to the clinic, ask for a medical confrontation or certificate. Finally, I open the snake game on my phone to, get my mind off things. And so, little by little, I managed to wait for dawn. I get up and take a proper look at the car. I need to find the problem. I don't give up hope that I patch up this junker on my own to get it to the highway, at least to the highway. She said it twice. The sky finally brightens. The sun is cooler. Oh my gosh, bro. I can't talk. The sun finally brightens. The sun is coloring the freaking word, whatever that word means. The lighting, blah, blah. I pull on my supplies. I have no sandwiches left. No, only water and dog water. Or dog food. It isn't much. I make dog breakfast for Ada. Get out of the car and step in a puddle. The realization of the situation literally makes me furious. Holy crap, this can't be happening. I rush to check the engine oil level. There may be a hole somewhere under the hole, and that's from where it leaks out. It probably happened just then far away on the highway when we got a big bump. And yesterday we didn't have enough of it to lubricate the engine. That's why that weird sound came out, and that's why we didn't move. But there is still hope that I hadn't damaged that badly. I rushed to the trunk. The canisters of oil, engine oil is suspiciously light, and I've been so hopeful that we might be able to get out of here. What the is that? Oh, I don't want to stay in this forest any longer anyway. So I just pour the leftovers from the bottom and get behind the wheel. I rejoice when the engine starts, and we even drive off, but it's so soon to celebrate. The Gramps lazily veers from a meter and dies again. Oh my gosh, out of despair, I hit the horn as hard as I could, frightening Ada. The dog whimpers and presses her body against the seat. Move, what the heck is wrong with this jag? What the freak? No answer, only an exhausting silence. I press my palms to my face and groan. I felt like the worst loser in the world. Dang word. How did I deserve it? I didn't need these mushrooms. I'm such an idiot. I wouldn't have damaged the car if it wasn't for that jerk. Yeah, that's your fault. You forgot all about the car, but you want to get mushrooms. Through the mirror, I glance at the frightening girl. I sign and calm down. I'm so sorry. I pat her head. We're stuck here. I'll think of something, by the way. I'm hungry. Right, I'll cook up some mushrooms. What do you think? Unfortunately, most of the branches I found are too damp, probably because of the dew. Finally, I make a fire out of the rag, newspapers, and my road map. Then I spring some mushrooms on a stick, slightly brush them, and finally roast them. I wish there was water somewhere. Everywhere is dirty. I hope I don't get food poisoning just because I don't wash them down. Okay. Disgusting, dirty hands, face, hair, and even food. There was too little water to waste on washing up. I look like a chimney swooper, even though I'm only here a day. When the mushrooms are cooked, I begin to eat them, trying to convince myself that junk and motor oil bonfire has killed all the germs. Although, how many freaking words am I reading here? Although a handful of salt would definitely brighten up the shortcomings. It tastes rather peculiar, but my stomach whines and sucks too much I've been reading for 47 minutes straight. Is that a car? Stretching my lips into a smile, I almost ran to it. Ada scouts forward. But the closer I get, the clearer the picture becomes. It's my car, bruh. Dead. Bro, it's literally another night. A whole nother night they're going by. It sounds like a war and howl of thousands creepy, unnatural creatures. The dog barks. Ada frightens me even more with her loud barking. Irritated, I silence the device. It's no use. It's all useless. It's not broken. Dang it. I don't want to change the batteries in the radio with the ones that keep in the flashlight. I have to use the power wisely. And what would be the point of anyway? And also, perhaps the light can give me some peace or hope. Really, should I light up the dark? I suppose not. A mere thought of facing my fears makes me shakes in fear. My biggest fear now is to see what I expect to see. I also never thought the darkness could be so terrifying and terribly enclosing like it is now. Okay. I threw off the blanket, grabbed the flashlight, and jumped outside, unable to endure it all. Let's go now, come on. The dog doesn't move, continuing to lie and look at me. In the meantime, my anxiety is growing and my knees are shaking. It seems as if I stay any longer, I won't be able to move. I can feel the cold chains under my skin like icy, glossy hands that are trying to wrap around my head. Yeah, that's what they all say. What is that? Why the fly stumbles over a branch. Oh, that's a tree. It's just a tree. I pull up the blinds on the... Bro, stop getting in the car and just walk. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not about to read all this. I felt grafted to the seat, unable to move. I must have fallen asleep, but it all feels too real. My body is cooling and is pierced with needles from the back. Thousands of needles. Trying to move doesn't help at all. I feel swollen up to the seat with thin threads. Any movement gives off a pain-like white noise. I feel as if I am rolling my finger into the ground, laying somewhere in the damp forest. Alright. You're gonna die from dehydration, you know that, right? You haven't had food in like 3 days. Your phone, it doesn't work. Your car doesn't work. 5 fingerprints slams into the window, and one more time, and one more. They stick to the window with a distinctive clank, and then disappeared only if another one to come in its place. The beast moves forward. I can almost feel it as it lands right above my head, pushing through the roof. It is just above to touch me. I pull Aina closer to me. Go away, please go away. What do you want? What do you want? Go away. Tears are rolling down my cheeks. I keep repeating the please like a mantra, hoping that it gets away. Oh, this is so boring. Reading. Alright, what's about to happen next? The dog growls. It starts to growl. Whoa, what the freak? Go back. Why did dog look like that? It is as if evil is bursting out of her, taking over her mind, making her growl so aggressively? Oh crap. Why is the dog barking like that? I don't know what's going on. I'm just skipping all of this because I don't want to read all of this. I don't have enough time to read all of this. I figured this game would be super short, like 30 minutes. I'm going almost to 2 hours now. Oh, it's a freaking moose. I am watched by a terrifying creature. Unreal but distinct. So disgusting that it clung to my memory. A skull with huge gaping eyesight. Okay, you don't gotta be so detailed about everything. I see what it looks like. I began to vomit so badly that I think I will suffocate and die a ridiculous death right in front of the monster. Oh my god, that's not a monster, bro. It's just a moose. I ripped them on myself one by one. It hurt. Some don't hurt at all, and some come out spilling blood. What is on your body? Skip all of this. Skip it all! Oh, they're playing really good music now. Is she free? A pleasure after some torture. I want to cry, but it feels as if I already cried out all the tears. What is that on her face? My head is spinning. A sharp pain pierces my body. Okay. Something inside squeezes my throat, blocking my breath. I squeeze and claw. I grasp for air, drowning in a fit of new agony. Why? Is she about to die? Reincarnation? My eyes are blurry, like I have a bag over my head. What did I just do now? Did I do anything? I'm so cold. The road I have to walk on the road. Walk. It hurts to walk. It hurts. Woof roof, that's a doggy. Ada, sweet Aiden. I opened my mouth, but it was that one scene. Do I always talk like that? What? Am I an animal? The rain comes down like a wall. The dark... Okay. Alright. At the moment, her eyes narrowed. What is that? Where? He shifts his gaze as well. He starts to slow down, but the road is too slippery because of the downpour. They both see it. Okay. Oh my god! I just hit... I'm dead. I'm dead. I crashed. Am I dead? Oh my gosh. That's me. The creature stands up in a unnatural manner and reaches for the door as if it knows what to do. What the frick is going on? Why does she look like that? She ate that person. Oh, heck nah, bro. This game was trash. Sorry. If you guys did enjoy that video, make sure you guys splash that like button. And without further ado, ladies and gents, I will catch you guys tomorrow with another video. Take care. I'm sorry. I don't like reading, bro. Too much reading. I probably would have been done until like 4:30. I got to stream at 3:45. That's why I was rushing. Sorry. I'm a Splizee gamer. Yeah.